Which battery terminal to connect first? Every device in this modern era needs to be run by a battery. Same is the case for a vehicle too. Now, before everything, we need to know what is a car battery. Why is it used in a car? The main purpose of a car battery is to provide power to start the car engine. A rechargeable battery used to start an automobile is known as an automotive battery or car battery. Its primary function is to supply an electric current to the electric starting motor, which in turn ignites the internal combustion engine that powers the vehicle's propulsion system. Also, it serves as a surge protector for the car's computer and supplies power for devices like lights, stereos, GPS, and wipers when the engine is not running. Now, in case you also need to know which battery terminal to connect first to avoid any circumstances further. In this video, we will try to let you know how a car battery functions, with proper details about how to deal with a battery failure. So stay with us. How to know which is the positive or negative terminal in a battery. The majority of batteries have two sides, or terminals, a positive and a negative. The battery is marked with a plus sign, plus, on the positive side and a minus sign on the negative side. Incorrect terminal connections could harm your gadget or result in an explosion. How to connect a car battery. Safely connecting a car battery might be difficult, especially if you've never done it before. Amateur automobile owners frequently struggle to understand what each step requires as well as the proper sequence. It's not difficult to connect a car battery, but you must always follow safety precautions. You definitely don't want a short circuit to cause damage to your vehicle given the enormous amount of current your battery can handle. To learn about safety measures, always refer to your owner's manual. A positive cable and a negative cable are connected to the battery. The negative cable connects the battery to a grounding point, while the positive cable connects the battery to the starter motor and the vehicle's electrical system. Each cable has a terminal end that connects to the battery. It's time to check the electrical system to verify if it is operating properly once your new car battery has been securely installed. Which battery terminal to disconnect first while working on a car? While working on a car, you need to disconnect your battery first to avoid any harmful incidents. You need to pay attention to disassembling the old battery and add new energy to your motor every time it shows signs of exhaustion. This process is not difficult, but not everyone knows how to do it properly. It will help to ensure the safety of the engine and the quality of the energy if batteries are removed and installed in the proper order. But inexperienced or even seasoned drivers are unsure of how to carry out the duty appropriately. Identifying the location of the terminals is the first step in removing the energy from the tray. Disconnect the negative terminal first and then the positive terminal, plus, initially when the decision has been made successfully. Which battery terminal to be connected first? After knowing to disconnect the battery, it is essential to learn which battery terminal to connect first. The process to connect the car batteries is as simple as that of disconnecting them. For that, you just need to know the right procedure. To connect the battery terminals, you need to follow the opposite rule of disconnecting the battery terminal. While connecting, you need to connect the positive, plus, terminal first and then the negative, terminal. Check the battery's top carefully to ensure it is clean and free of debris or rust before moving forward with this task. Weak currents between the terminals produced by dirty batteries could be dangerous during installation. Why should we disconnect negative battery terminal while working on a car? Every time you are working on or repairing anything electronic in the car that could spark or hurt someone, disconnect the battery just to be safe. Airbags, the engine's computer, and similar items can be safely replaced without first disconnecting the battery. In case of disconnecting the car battery, you need to disconnect the negative terminal first. In the situation, if you violate this technique and detach, plus, first, the power supply will make a straight path through the wrench to the earth. The cable serves as the ground cable in the meantime, making disconnection exceedingly safe and spark-free. What happens if you disconnect the battery while your car engine is running? It is not at all a good decision to remove your battery terminals while your car engine is running. A car engine not only just provides power but also shorts AC, spikes and transients to ground. Every transistor circuit in your car is put in risk when the battery is taken out of the circuit, allowing those spikes and transients to move around. The car's music, the ECU, the speed-sensitive steering, the memory seat adjustments, and even the cruise control. Connecting wrong terminals of car battery. If you do so willingly or unknowingly, be sure that your battery is going to be ruined and non-functional. You could theoretically charge it up negatively and still using it, but your plates are made with lead dioxide for the positive plates and sponge lead for the negative, which would now be switched around. An automobile battery has two terminals that each consume 12 V of current in a positive and negative direction. Positive terminal cables use plus 12 V, whereas negative terminal cables use dash 12 V. The battery will attempt to correct the situation if the positives and negatives are flipped, turning the negative 12 volts into a positive charge, which will result in a massive surge in power and a tremendous quantity of heat. It goes without saying that the system or its components won't tolerate it well, and depending on a number of different conditions, damage will most likely be serious and irreversible. Takeaway: a car battery can have failure anytime or needed to be connected or disconnected for any reason, but many of us were unknown of this easy procedure of connecting and disconnecting a car battery. We claim that this article would have made your headaches clear as you got the answer to which battery terminal to connect first. Whether you are a novice or an expert, installing and removing the energy is a simple process. To protect the safety of your engine and your health, however, you should always follow the replacement procedure described above. Good fortune! For algorithm's sake, don't forget to like the video, share it with your EV enthusiast friend.